The WNBA posted a video of Angel Reese and Paige Bueckers betting $400 on which woman's team would win, then deleted it after it realized this violates league rules. This entire league is run by morons.
At All-Star Weekend, you and Angel
Watch that exchange carefully. A $400 cash bet between two WNBA players on their own game, caught on camera, and then posted by the league itself on its official social media account. This isn't just an error, it's the kind of catastrophic lapse in judgment that could spark federal investigations and ruin careers, because what you just saw goes against every gambling policy in professional sports. Pete Rose received a lifetime ban from baseball for betting on games, NBA players have lost entire seasons because of gambling violations, and the FBI treats sports betting by active players as a federal crime. Yet somehow the WNBA believe this would make effective promotional content.
Stay rich. You gotta save this money. I'm gonna see you next week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
At night?
No, at practice.
Oh, at practice? I mean, I know y'all gonna lose, but if y'all lose,
I get to have that.
If y'all win, you get it 400.
And if we lose,
Is that counterfeit?
No, you owe me 400.
but I'm staying on it.
There it is again, Angel Reese talking about collecting her Apple Pay after the game. This wasn't leaked locker room banter. It was an official WNBA All-Star Weekend interview recorded by league cameras, edited by league staff, approved by league management, and shared across the league's official social media accounts. Every person involved in that process should have stopped it, yet not a single one did. The video shows Paige Bueckers of the Dallas Wings and Angel Reese of the Atlanta Dream agreeing to a $400 wager on their upcoming head-to-head matchup. They discuss the terms, joke about the payment method, and Reese even brings up the bet again during her post-game interview, casually saying she'll be requesting her money. Somehow, the WNBA social media team decided this was content worth promoting.
Gets Kathy Engelbert just run out the door. We got two WNBA players talk about betting on a game on video, and the WNBA shared it. It's against their own rules. Like, both of these players probably should be banned for life.
Let's be absolutely clear about what's at stake here. This isn't about $400 for players with endorsement deals worth millions. That amount is irrelevant. This is about the integrity of professional sports. The moment players begin betting on games they're participating in, even as a joke, even with friends, or even for small amounts, they've crossed a line that professional sports has defended with extreme seriousness for more than a century. The 1919 Black Sox scandal nearly destroyed baseball. Players threw the World Series for gambling money, and it took decades for the sport to regain public trust. Since then, every major sports league has enforced zero-tolerance policies on player gambling. The rule is simple: you cannot bet on games you're involved in, period. No exceptions, no jokes, and no friendly wagers. It isn't just about players actually fixing games. It's about perception. It's about preserving public confidence that what they're watching is legitimate competition. The moment fans begin wondering whether players have money riding on outcomes, the entire league loses credibility. That's why Pete Rose, one of baseball's greatest players, remained banned for decades. That's why NBA players have faced season-long suspensions for betting on games they weren't even playing in.
You got yourself a federal betting scandal, is what you've really got. I mean, it's wild. All of these NBA players, former NBA players, getting sent up, and they thought this was a good idea, and the league shared it. Leave it to the WNBA. Who is this? Jackson Thompson? Alejandro Oliva on Outkick. Leave it to the WNBA to...
Now consider the bigger picture of the situation. The WNBA had just completed a season in which it finally reached mainstream attention. Caitlin Clark's rookie year produced record television ratings. The league secured a new media rights deal worth far more than its previous agreement. Corporate sponsors were finally paying attention, and the league appeared positioned for genuine growth after decades of operating in the NBA's shadow. Then it posted this video. Clay Travis, who frequently covers sports gambling, immediately recognized the seriousness of it. He called it potentially the dumbest social media move in sports league history, arguing that this wasn't simply poor judgment. It was the league documenting and promoting conduct that it claimed violated its own rules and could potentially raise federal legal concerns. The WNBA's official gambling policy, which mirrors the NBA's policy, prohibits players from betting on any WNBA game. The policy doesn't distinguish between large bets and small bets. It doesn't include an exception for friendly wagers between friends. It doesn't matter that $400 means little to players earning millions to endorsements. The rule exists to protect the integrity of the competition. Yet the league recorded 2 of its stars appearing to violate that rule.
Stupid are the players too. On video bets with cash being shown. Players in the NFL have missed entire seasons for this. Legit the dumbest move potentially in social media history by a sports league to post this. Yeah, Pete Rose is, bless his heart. Rest in peace, Pete. Yeah, Pete Rose.
Think about the position this puts Commissioner Kathy Engelbert in. She has spent the past year trying to establish the WNBA as a serious professional league worthy of major investment. She's negotiated with television networks, corporate sponsors, and potential expansion owners. She's defended the league's business model and long-term growth. Now her own social media team has created a gambling controversy that forces her to either enforce the rules and suspend 2 high-profile players or overlook the rules and signal that the league doesn't take its own policies seriously. Neither choice is ideal. If she suspends Bueckers and Reese, the league loses 2 marketable stars and faces criticism from those who view the incident as nothing more than a harmless joke. If she doesn't suspend them, she risks creating the impression that WNBA gambling policies are optional rather than enforceable, opening the door to more serious violations. She also has to make that decision knowing NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is watching, since the WNBA operates under the NBA's umbrella and any gambling controversy involving the league reflects on the NBA's oversight. The video was eventually deleted, but not before it spread across social media. The damage had already been done. Sports betting companies saw it. Federal regulators saw it. Reporters covering sports gambling saw it. You can't unring that bell. The league promoted player gambling, and now it has to answer for it.
Embarrassing mockery. Embarrassing sham mockery of sporting competition. You've got this. So if you are Angel Reese, you bet on your own games? Question mark? Apple Pay for what? If this is a joke, betting on a game, this isn't something a professional athlete should joke about. Kathy Engelbert, WNBA, so you're now allowed to wager on games you're playing in. Let's call her Paige Bets.
Here's what makes this particularly inexcusable. The WNBA has faced multiple controversies this season. The league has dealt with debates over officiating, player conduct, media access, and fan behavior. Almost every other week, a new issue has required damage control. League leadership has remained under constant scrutiny for its handling of the Caitlin Clark phenomenon, the discussions surrounding race and fan engagement, and attention between veteran players, and the new wave of attention. With all of that unfolding, and the league under greater scrutiny than ever before, someone still believed it was a good idea to post a video of players betting on games. The lack of institutional awareness is remarkable. This wasn't simply a rogue employee making a mistake. It was a broader failure in judgment that raises questions about whether the league's management understands the fundamental principles of professional sports governance. Compare that with how the NFL has handled gambling. When Calvin Ridley, then a wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons, placed bets on NFL games during the 2021 season while away from the team on personal leave, the league suspended him for an entire year. He wasn't betting on games he was playing in, and he wasn't betting on his own team. He was away from the team and wagered on other NFL games from another state, yet the NFL still imposed a full season suspension because its rule was clear: no player gambling on NFL games under any circumstances. The NBA has taken a similar approach. Deontay Porter, a former Toronto Raptors player, was banned from the league in 2024 for gambling violations. The league has treated this issue with extreme seriousness because it understands what's at stake. Sports betting is now legal in many states, leagues have partnerships with gambling companies, and the entire system depends on preserving confidence in the integrity of competition. A single credible game-fixing scandal could put billions of dollars in revenue and commercial partnerships at risk.
The average Somalian is smarter than the NBA and at WNBA execs. I don't know. It sounds like they may have went to the Minnesota Center of Leering to run their league, to get their management classes. The Leering Center.
So, what happens now? The league has several options, and none of them are ideal. It could claim the exchange was obviously a joke and that no money actually changed hands, which may be true, but that wouldn't necessarily resolve questions under the league's gambling policy. The rule prohibits betting on games, not just collecting on wagers. It could argue that $400 isn't a significant gambling amount, but critics would note that the league's policy does not distinguish between large and small wagers. A violation is treated as a violation. The league could suspend both players for a short period, perhaps a game or two, to demonstrate that the rules are being enforced without significantly affecting either player's season. However, that could create the perception that gambling violations are considered minor offenses, unlike the approach taken by other major professional sports leagues. It could also invite criticism that the WNBA is showing leniency because it cannot afford to lose two of its most marketable players. Or the league could choose to do nothing and hope the controversy fades away, which some observers believe has been its approach so far. Delete the video, avoid public comment, and wait for the news cycle to move on. But that strategy depends on no outside authority deciding the matter deserves further attention. Many believe the strongest response would have been immediate transparency. Acknowledge concerns about the video, announce appropriate disciplinary action if warranted, reinforce the league's gambling policies, clarify whether any money actually changed hands, and emphasize the importance of protecting the integrity of the game. Instead, the video was deleted and the league remained silent, leading critics to argue that it appeared to be hoping the controversy would simply disappear. Yet the discussion has continued. Sports media has covered the incident, gambling analysts have debated its significance, legal commentators have discussed the possible implications, and the story has remained in the spotlight because it involves one of the most sensitive issues in professional sports, and because many have questioned how the league responded.